2 hours left. Archangel Michael is saying, you have been warned. Archangel Michael is trying to reach you because a group of 3 people don't try to ignore. Skip this message. Archangel Michael says, 2 hours. That's all you have before the gates close. And what was meant for your protection might turn into your downfall. Heaven has been ringing every bell to reach you. But now the sound is silenced by something much darker. Something with 3 faces, 3 voices, and 1 mission. You were not supposed to hear this late. This warning was meant to come to you days ago. But the interference was too thick, the blocks too intentional. And now in these final 2 hours, Archangel Michael himself is crying. Not because he's weak, but because his efforts to reach your spirit have been resisted by someone close to you. It's no longer just a spiritual tug of war. The battle has moved into your area. Some people have talked about you behind closed doors. It gets worsey. These 3 people who are linked by secrets have started to use something of yours to direct energy toward them. Too much sand has already been taken out of the hourglass. Archangel Michael has kept the gate open longer than he was supposed to because he begged God to let you in. He has screamed your name in dreams and whispered it through signs, but you thought they were just random events. Your phone rings at strange times. That was the alarm, the chills you got when you walked by that room in your house. That was an alert. For a moment, you felt like you were being watched, but then you pushed the feeling away. It was almost time for them to get in. You've been told this, chosen one. It's not just a message this time, though. It sounds like a cry. Archangel Michael says, there is one person in the group who acts like they love you. One who smiles too much when you talk, and one who doesn't say anything until everyone else leaves. They made a deal that was dangerous and kept quiet. Now they are keeping an eye on everything you do like a clock. One of them knows all of your secrets, even the ones you haven't told anyone in years. That person has been going through old memories to open old doors they weren't supposed to. What they are planning is sneaky, planned, and hurtful. The second person is hard to understand. Their energy wears you down. But you always say it's because you're tired. They change what you say and give other people a different story. They do this without getting caught so they can sow doubt, division, and betrayal. The third is very good at keeping quiet. They gather information and look for patterns. They don't attack until the other 2 have made the target less dangerous. That target is you. But it wasn't supposed to be you. You were given a light for greatness. This is why it draws in darkness like a monster flame. They think they know better than God when things will happen. They thought Archangel Michael didn't love you as much as he does. He fought for you without you knowing. It was hard for you to feel seen in that meeting, but he was there with you. That hurtful message you were supposed to get fell through because he blocked it. His sword is shaking now, though. Not because it is weak, but because your spirit isn't going to answer. Your heart has been taken away and sucked into a fog that these 3 made together. This is not a physical attack. It has to do with energy, feelings, and thoughts. They want your gifts to fade away so that you will no longer be happy. They want you to doubt your worth so that your fate will slow down. This is the worst thing for Archangel Michael. You believe in at least one of them. He can see how you protect them. How do you know they wouldn't do that to me? He hears how you say sorry for how they treated you while they laugh about how easy it is to hold you hostage by being nice. You weren't meant to be in chains. You weren't made to be controlled by people who want what you have but can't have it. You are a holy vessel, and now heaven is calling you. Something strange will happen in the next 2 hours. It will feel real, but it's not. It could be a message. It could be a knock. There may be something wrong with the sentence. That's your sign. The group will get what they want if you don't pay attention to it. Your weight, your silence, and your doubt. Archangel Michael will come back stronger than before. If you listen, if you open your soul, and if you let this warning wake you up, in spiritual law, you still have free will. So, he needs your okay now. And he can't do anything until you understand this message. You might not understand how these people got into your life in the first place. It's more likely that they got through when you were weak. When you were hurt, you looked for fake comfort. You clung to anyone nearby while you were healing. But not all the people who stay are good. Some people stay because they know what's going to happen and want to stop it. Some of them stay because they'd go away without your light. There is no pain in Archangel Michael's tears. They are tears of joy for what you could become. He can see the future they want to change. That moment when you should rise is clear to him, even though they've been keeping you from it. Time has a spirit. You are being asked to do more than just listen to this. What you do is your agreement with heaven. Cut the cords off. Put your energy far away. You should pray for more than just protection. Because one of these 3 people will soon accidentally show themselves to you. They'll fall. They're going to say too much or watch something that wasn't meant for them. That moment will prove you right. But that's also when you have to make a choice. Do you forgive them and hold on to them, or do you let go and move on? You already know the answer. It was said to you in your heart by Archangel Michael before you read these words. Recently, your dreams have been off. Your sleep was broken. Your energy is changing. That's not being tired. It's war on the spirit level. The group has already started to use the energies around them. They are using their power to try to stop you from getting what you want. They believe this is a game. However, heaven is not amused. God kept putting off their attack for you. But the line is now there. Either what you do protects you, or what you don't do leaves you open to harm. And when you do something, Michael will roar through your space with divine wind. He will shake every false relationship to its core. It will be like an earthquake in the spirit world, and only those with clean hands will be left. Pay attention to what he says next. Get ready spiritually, mentally, and emotionally in these last 2 hours. Make your space clean. Say words of life over yourself. Stay away from noise that isn't necessary, because one of them will try one last emotional attack, a guilt trip, a sudden tear, or a plea for your attention. You're not being honest. It is a plan. As soon as you see that, leave. That is the way to get to God's safety. Archangel Michael will slam that door shut for good after you walk through it. You have been chosen, and people who have been chosen are always in danger, but they are also always safe. Now you need to protect yourself by getting up and refusing to carry their hidden weapons any longer. Not only is the countdown real, it's also spiritual. And when the time is up, what was hidden will be shown. What was delayed will be sent. But the 3 people must be found out to you. Not to everyone else, because their assignment only works as long as no one finds them. It's over with the lies, the fake hugs, the empty words, the stolen moments, and the drained joy. You were meant to be in charge, not to follow shadows. Allow them to leave. Let the silence show who they are. Now that you've agreed to listen, let Archangel Michael fight for you. Because after these 2 hours, a divine change will happen. And every plan they made to hurt you comes back to hurt them even more. Get ready for light. Get ready for power. Get ready for the moment when no one can touch you. Archangel Michael says, the heavens have been watching how your soul has been pressed under silent pressure, not from natural forces, but from people who smile in your face and poison your path. This is not drama. It's deliberate destruction masked in politeness. They want your silence to become your grave. They want you to stay confused just long enough for them to finish what they've started. But their clock has started ticking backwards, and the reversal will be violent for them, peaceful for you. In this final stretch of time, your energy will shift. You will suddenly feel the urge to clean your space, to delete a number, to block a contact. Do not ignore that pull. It is Michael working through your intuition. These three are afraid you're waking up. They are terrified that you've opened this message because when you see truth, their spell is broken. The house they built around you was never real. It was a trap made of flattery, guilt, and dependency. But God is tearing down every fake foundation. Now you felt the tremors, the awkward silence, the distance, inconsistency. Those were the signs. Now the full collapse is near. Archangel Michael weeps not in weakness, but in urgency. He's a warrior, but he carries your soul as sacred. Every attack against you was a blade he deflected in silence. He stood behind you when you thought no one noticed. He warned you through feelings, through fatigue, through dreams. Now he's no longer whispering. He's roaring your name. Don't underestimate this moment. Some spiritual doors open only once. It is that moment. After this, things will not be the same. The light will intensify. The blessings will pour. But only if you disconnect from the enemies drinking from your well. There is a sacred gift inside you that hasn't fully been revealed yet. That's why you've been fought so heavily. The attacks weren't personal. They were strategic attempts to stop your activation. But the three people assigned to dim your light will regret touching you. Because heaven is setting the record straight. What they took, God is returning multiplied. Your name will be spoken in rooms they never dreamed you'd enter. Your face will appear in places they tried to block you from. Your voice will echo through realms they hoped you'd never reach. But only if you honor this warning. Only if you take the last 2 hours seriously. Only if you rise. The trap is crumbling. One of them is already doting the plan. Another is panicking because your spirit is shifting out of their control. And the third is silent but watching this moment more closely than you think. They know the power in you and they fear what will happen once you release their hold. Michael has drawn a line in the spirit. One side is chaos, confusion, and control. The other is clarity, calling, and peace. Which will you choose? The time to hesitate is gone. You've given enough chances. You've overlooked too many signs. Now it's your time to elevate, to remove their fingerprints from your destiny, to walk boldly into the promise they tried to block. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. They laughed when you cried. They mocked you when you hoped. They doubted you when you believed. But soon they'll watch you rise. And their laughter will turn to silence. Their confidence will turn to regret. Archangel Michael says, the fire you feel inside you now isn't rage. It means rebirth. You are being freed from chains, mute, and restrictions. They had no idea that this divine reset was going to happen. When they realize they can't get in touch with you, you'll see it in their eyes. You'll know it when peace fills the places where worry used to be. When your blessings stop being late, you'll know it. This isn't getting even. This is fixing things up. This is holy justice. Allow them to leave. Don't think that you have to be loyal to them. Loyalty that leads to betrayal is a prison. Michael is now watching over your front door. The enemy can't get in until you open the door. Make sure it's closed well. If you have to burn it because what's coming is too valuable to risk, you'll be lifted above anything you could have imagined. People will see, respect, and honor you, but not if they are next to your name. They shouldn't be sitting next to them. You don't let them get into your promised land. One of them is going to cry. They will both lie. One of them will stop talking. They will all feel the weight of what they tried to steal from you. Though you are getting better and heaven is behind everything you do. Now walk hard. Be sure to walk. Walk in peace. Your spirit will change to a different frequency in 2 hours. You'll feel better, lighter, and more awake. Do not worry. That's your soul getting rid of the poison they put in it. You're not crazy. You were just being attacked spiritually through friendship, love, or care. You are now free. Michael is no longer sad. He's praying because you paid attention. You opened. You turned it on. Your long prayed for safety is now wrapping around you like a cloak. Now, no arrow that was made to hurt you will hit you. There is no secret plot that will last in the light. You've been warned. You have been given more than that, though. Use that power right now. Talk less. Look around more. Get rid of anything that isn't in line with your highest good. Finally, keep in mind that this was never about punishment. It had to do with placement. The angels can move around you freely now that you know your alignment is back to normal. You've made it to your breakthrough. Heaven and you have both been waiting for this moment. As soon as you opened this message, something changed in the heavens. The darkness that was hanging over your destiny has begun to pull back. They thought you'd never find out. They believed the truth would stay hidden. They didn't know that Michael would not stop until he got to you. Though it wasn't weakness to feel like the air around you was heavy or to be emotionally drained and confused, false energy was being turned away by your soul. The three people are now spiritually open. In the spirit world, their names are being repeated. And right now, angels are reading the scroll of what they've done. It includes everything they've said, done, and slowed things down. Heaven is not deaf. Your breakthrough was supposed to happen at a certain time, but distractions kept changing it. The trumpet is being blown by Archangel Michael, but it's not for war. It's for judgment. What they tried to put off is now moving faster. What they tried to destroy is getting stronger now. You are not the same person they got you to betray them in the first place. You've grown up. Fire has made you better. Your power is now clear to everyone. Your strength is already being sent to every realm. Even if you still feel like you're healing, it's clear to them. They are scared. One has already started to look for a way to get back together. Keep an eye out for it. They'll act like it's not a problem. A text message, a call out of the blue, or a fake apology. It's all timed. Placed in a way that takes your attention away from what's really coming. Put it aside. The people who did what they did don't need to give you closure. You don't need approval from liars who told big lies about you behind your back, but kept quiet in front of your spirit. Now is your chance to turn things around. Favor will follow you around in strange ways. Helpers from heaven are being sent. Contracts are being changed. People with power are talking about your name. You should also know that none of this would be happening if Michael wasn't fighting behind the veil. He kept you safe when your eyes couldn't see. He has warned you by making you feel bad, taking too long, and being restless. Every uncomfortable feeling wasn't a punishment. It was for safety. That no you got wasn't rejection. Shifting was what it was. You can now walk into the space that was always yours. Heaven has made up its mind. Not only will your energy be raised, but the people who tried to control it will also be seen. They will have to see the light they tried to block get brighter. Get ready. After this moment, you'll start to feel emotionally clear in 24 hours. The fog will seem to lift. You'll remember things they said that you once ignored. You'll notice patterns that never made sense until now. And most importantly, you'll reclaim ownership of your spirit. This is where your discernment becomes sharp. You won't need explanations. You'll simply feel the misalignment and release it with no guilt, no drama. Your soul is being restored. Michael is pouring light into places that were wounded by manipulation. This isn't just healing. It's divine cleansing. The group of three is losing power, but they don't know it yet. They are still planning, still pretending, still gathering like nothing has changed. But they don't know their plan was exposed the moment you opened this message. The most dangerous thing for a manipulator is a person who sees. And now you see that alone makes you unstoppable. Expect strange behavior. Expect sudden kindness from the wrong people. Expect confusion as they scramble to regain control of your energy. But you don't owe them explanation. Your silence will speak louder than their fake love ever could. Your distance will be your weapon. Michael isn't asking you to fight. He's asking you to let him finish what he started. He just needed you to be aware. And now that you are, everything will fall into divine place. Your name is no longer in their mouth with power. Your energy has been unplugged from their intentions. They can chant, plot, plan, but it will not prosper. You are being sealed now. Spiritually marked for restoration, joy, and elevation. A pit they dug for you. It is already becoming their lesson. Do not fear. Do not second guess this. Walk boldly with your head lifted. Michael stands at your gate with fire. Every spirit that once entered freely is now banned. Your home will feel lighter, your sleep deeper, your focus stronger. You were never weak. You were just kind in the presence of calculated evil. But now you are protected by holy fire. The next phase of your life will confuse them. They'll watch you rise without their help. They'll see you loved without their lies. You will be invited to rooms they tried to keep you out of. Your laughter will be full again. Your peace will be permanent. This isn't getting even. This is prophecy fulfilled. You are the answered prayer of someone before you. And your protection was written before you were born. So walk on. Let Michael lead. Let heaven finish the battle they never should have started. And when you smile again with no weight on your heart, no fog in your mind, and no snakes at your table, know that it wasn't by accident. It was because heaven cried for you today. You heard the cry. Archangel Michael says, what's about to happen in your life will make every tear worth it. Heaven has already approved the shift, and now the earth is responding to divine order. You will begin to see the people who once drained you now looking confused as their hold over your spirit dissolves. The group of three once so confident, once so bold, will soon scatter not because you attack them, but because your light will become too pure for their darkness to survive near it. The energy they once fed on will now reject them. They once thought they could control your timing, that if they delayed your peace, they could manipulate your path. But Michael intervened. He rewrote their interference with a higher authority. No more spiritual leeches. No more conversations that leave you questioning yourself. No more smiling enemies seated at the table of your trust. Your boundaries are no longer suggestions. They are spiritual walls constructed by angelic command. Anyone who tries to cross them now will feel the force of divine resistance. Michael is placing a hedge of protection around your heart, your vision, your progress. And those who seek to use you will feel it before they even reach you. You are no longer in the same frequency they used to manipulate. The countdown wasn't to scare you. It was to position you. Now you know what you're dealing with. Now you can act without fear. And acting doesn't mean yelling. It doesn't mean explaining yourself endlessly. It means stepping away silently, boldly, powerfully. The moment you do, your blessings will flow in again. The blockage they caused will break. The doors they locked will burst open. Prepare for the unexpected. Operate for heaven. Because now that you've obeyed, now that you acknowledge the warning, God will reward you publicly. You will meet people who don't want anything from you only to support you. You will be presented with opportunities that don't come with manipulation. You will feel like the chains you forgot you were wearing have suddenly shattered. Let them watch. Let them whisper. Let them wonder how you made it out of their grip. Because they'll never understand what Archangel Michael did for you in secret. How he stood weeping not out of despair but out of desperate love for your calling. How he fought battles in the spirit realm while you lay sleeping unaware of the storm. He shielded your image. He erased your name from curses spoken against you. He blocked attempts to turn others against you. You were under heavy observation more than you know. They had been gathering information about you to twist. But now their plan is exposed and their spiritual path has been revoked. They'll feel it. Suddenly things won't work for them like they used to. Suddenly, people won't believe their lies anymore. Their energy will feel stale to others. Their name will begin to lose influence because what they tried to steal was never theirs to begin with. Michael is not only restoring you, he's redeeming time. You will be accelerated. What was supposed to take years will happen in months, even weeks. Your health will improve. Your focus will sharpen. Your gifts will activate. The group of 3 came to interfere, but their presence only made your elevation more urgent. And heaven always accelerates what the enemy tries to delay. Soon, one of them will try to spin a new narrative. They'll play the victim. They'll say, "You changed," as if that's something to be ashamed of. But you did change. You evolved. You broke the spell. Now you are being watched by a different group. Angels assigned to bring you restoration. They walk into every room before you. They block what you can't see. They defend what you haven't even prayed about yet. This new chapter won't feel like the last. You won't feel exhausted trying to prove your worth. You won't beg for loyalty that should have been sacred. The days of over-explaining are gone. The days of wondering who is genuine are ending. Clarity is your new companion. Michael's cry was not wasted. His tears water the ground that will now bloom under your feet. And when you will walk with spiritual thunder. People will feel the difference before you speak. Your presence will speak louder than ever because you carry divine fire now. You're not the same person you used to be. You have been awakened, anointed, and released. Archangel Michael leaves you with this. Be mindful of your circle. Be fierce with your peace and never again allow the familiar to block the divine. You are not here to be small. You are here to reign. And no group of 3 or 30 can stop what God has already declared over your life. Your enemies will remember this day. Not because you fought them, but because you walked away and heaven fought for you. And now every seed of manipulation is being uprooted. Every shadow cast over your name is being burned away. You are stepping into freedom. Not emotional freedom, spiritual authority. You are the one they couldn't break. The countdown has ended. The warning has been delivered. The shift is complete. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our COF community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Archangel Michael says, as this final portion of the message reaches you, heaven stands still in reverence of your awakening. You may not realize it yet, but in the last few moments, your spiritual identity has shifted from targeted to untouchable. What once clung to you now detaches effortlessly like a heavy coat falling off your shoulders in warm sunlight. The group of three, once bold in their schemes, has now been reduced to echoes. Their power over your emotions has dissolved. Their names no longer grip your soul with confusion or hesitation. From this moment forward, every decision you make will come from clarity, not chaos. You are no longer moved by guilt, by obligation, or by false loyalty. You are now moved by purpose. And that scares them more than anything. Because a focused you is a powerful you, a true you, and a rising you is unstoppable. Your name is being polished in heaven right now. It is being etched into new blessings, new alignments, new doors, new contracts. Things that were locked are now being released with your name on them. Michael has cleared the path. The spiritual territory around you is being cleared with every second that passes. Angels are realigning divine appointments that were delayed because of the interference. The delays were never denial. They were redirection. They were heaven's way of slowing down time to give you a chance to see. Now that you have everything will speed up again, but in your favor. Your finances are shifting. People will reach out with offers, opportunities, clarity. But now you will know who to say yes to and who to release without apology. If you seek confirmation, it may come through a dream, a sudden memory, a conversation you overhear. One of the three will be exposed without effort on your part. It will be heaven's fingerprint. You won't need to confront them. Just observe. You'll see how lies unravel by themselves when light is turned on. This exposure is not for revenge. It's for liberation. So you don't carry confusion any longer. You'll see who was holding your name in their mouth with false kindness. You will see who was watching your every move just to mirror it and use it. You'll see who smiled and plotted in the same breath. And once you do, you'll understand why Archangel Michael cried. He cried because he knew how pure your love was, how real your intentions were. And he couldn't bear to watch your light be dimmed by deception any longer. Now the heavens are rejoicing because you heard him, because you woke up. The chains are off. The fog is gone. The energy is different and you feel it already. You'll sleep peacefully tonight. You'll breathe deeply. And when you wake, the world will respond to your new alignment. You'll find favor in unexpected places. You will receive clarity in relationships. You'll notice synchronicities, small signs that let you know the shift is real. Even your physical body may feel lighter. That's because the emotional weight has lifted. That's because Archangel Michael didn't just protect you. He freed you. Do not return to what you had to heal from. Do not allow apologies to manipulate your discernment. Forgive, but do not reattach. Michael didn't fight demons in the dark just for you to hand your peace back to the enemy. He didn't cry out for you just to see you crawl back into false security. He opened this divine window so you could fly, not stumble. You now have permission to live without fear, without guilt, without shame. You are chosen not just by title, but by action. Your survival wasn't an accident. Your glow-up is sacred. From this moment forward, say no without guilt. Say yes without hesitation. Say nothing at all when peace is better than explanation. Let the group of three talk. Clears throat, let them assume. Let them twist the truth. But remember, heaven saw everything. And God's justice doesn't need your voice. It moves in silence. What they broke in you has already been restored double. You were never meant to be small, to beg or to question your worth. Michael's tears have turned to fire. And that fire now surrounds you, blessing what is holy and burning what is not. There is nothing ordinary about what's happening to you right now. This is divine warfare and you've won. As this message comes to a close, understand this. The countdown wasn't about fear. It was about positioning. Heaven just hit the reset button on your spiritual timeline. You'll look back at today and realize everything changed. Even the people who once triggered your anxiety will feel like distant noise. You've crossed a threshold and your soul knows it. Let them wonder. Let them talk. But don't let them back in. Michael has placed firewalls around you. Only those who come in truth will find access. The rest will be blocked spiritually, emotionally, physically. You are not just protected. You are chosen, sealed, and assigned. And nothing, no plot, no person, no lie can cancel what God has already released in your name. Archangel Michael says, your shift is complete. The cry was heard, and now your name echoes in the heavens. What has been released over your life in this very hour cannot be reversed, revoked, or ruined. Not by man, not by witchcraft. Not by secret meetings. Heaven's decree has gone forth like a scroll unsealed. And your name is etched into the divine restoration that's already begun. Nothing and no one can reach you unless they come with holy intent. For the gates of favor around you are now locked to impurity. The group of three has now been completely disarmed. What they once whispered in shadows will be brought into full light. Things they tried to take will now slip from their hands like oil on a cloth. Leave the past behind. You don't need to check again or think again. Everything you need to know will be confirmed just by being with Michael. Heaven is sending you lights. Watch out for flashes, signs, and even sudden stillness. These are signs from God that will help you decide what to do next. You're not moving around without seeing. The light itself is following you. The enemy worked so hard to blind you for a reason. Because their whole structure fell apart when you saw the truth. The trick is over. The veil is torn. There was no more silence. Those three people didn't think you would have divine help. They thought you were weak, careless, or even naive. They didn't see Michael, though, standing behind you with his fiery sword of justice. People in your family tree have also been standing. Some of them prayed for you a long time ago for this very moment. And their prayers are still being heard through time to make sure you finish the mission. Because you do need to do something. This attack wasn't a fluke. It was planned. That means your purpose is more important than you thought. At this point, your body will start to feel like it has lost weight. Things that were hard to carry emotionally, spiritually, and even physically will start to feel lighter. Now, what was making you feel tired was linked to the pain in your chest, the pressure in your head, and the restlessness in your stomach. Since you broke a deal with their energy, you will start to get your full strength back. You will get deep sleep again. Your dreams will come true. Clarity will sharpen your focus like a sword. Watch how people around you begin to shift. Some will move away. Other people will start to respect you more. There's no chance in this. Heaven is changing your surroundings so that you aren't surrounded by corruption that looks like something else. It will start to feel clean again, even in places that felt heavy before. Now that divine fire has cleaned your aura, you can walk into rooms and change the mood. The fake energy is no longer there. What's left is holy. One of the three will try one last move. They will look sorry, humble, and maybe even changed. But Michael says, do not be deceived by sudden kindness. Test the fruit, not the words. Discern the vibration behind the voice, because not all apologies are pure. Some are strategic. You've passed the hardest part. The battle you didn't see. The one fought in your name is over. And now the celebration in heaven begins. Doors are going to fly open. Finances that were blocked will start moving like a river. Delays will turn into divine speed. Your creativity will overflow. Ideas will come quickly. Solutions will appear without struggle. People meant to walk with you will be drawn like magnets. Those sent to distract or delay, you will be repelled like oil from water. Michael will stand at your back during this entire transition. He's not leaving your side. He's stationed for this new chapter. He cried for you when you couldn't cry for yourself. He fought for you when you were too tired to pray. He shattered what was being built against you in silence. And now he rejoices. Not just because you heard the message, but because you're finally walking in power, not just survival. You are no longer tolerating what drains you. You are no longer watering what refuses to grow. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You are divine royalty, a carrier of generational breakthrough, a vessel marked by God before time began. And this victory wasn't just for you. It was for the future you're carrying, for the lives that will be changed by your obedience. The group of three will be fine for a moment, but they will feel the absence of your energy like a suffocating void, because what they feasted on spiritually is no longer available to them. Let them go. Let the silence speak. Let the divine court handle what was hidden. You don't need revenge. You have reward. You don't need validation. You have divine being. You don't need answers from them. You've already received confirmation from heaven. This is the final seal from now forward. May your steps be blessed. May your spirit be sharp. May your heart be guarded with fire. And should anyone attempt to return, may Michael meet them at the gates of your soul with divine fire. And may your peace remain undisturbed. You have completed the shift. You have survived the shadow. You have walked into your rise. And now heaven smiles. Michael rejoices. And your name is once again safe in the hands of the Most High. Archangel Michael says, you are free. You have been picked. You can't be moved. This message is being sent to you one last time. And with that, your fate is sealed for good. This seal doesn't come from people, tricks or guilt. It is divine, lasts forever and never ends. From now on, every step you take will have the vibration of someone who has been seen by angels and protected by them. No longer do you walk around guessing. As you walk, you are getting confirmation. You don't just feel peace now. You feel power. You weren't going crazy these past few weeks. They tried to feed you poison by making you loyal, but you were spiritually separate from it. It wasn't crazy of you to doubt them. Thoughts from the spirit world were waking you up. Michael knew what you were telling him. Even when you didn't trust your gut, he was yelling your name from the sky. Even when you were sitting still, you weren't left behind. You were kept safe. Now help from heaven is on the way. Angels are moving into your space and getting rid of everything they left behind. It will feel better in there. You'll feel better inside. It will be easier for you to make choices. This isn't just getting better. It means rebirth. You are no longer the person who put up with fake peace. The part of you that begged for food has risen. The 3 people who thought they could take too much time from your life can no longer see you or your future. Their attempt to slow down your timeline has caused heaven to speed up. They tried to slow things down, but now everything will arrive early. Watch for divine people to take their place in your life where they used to be. There will be new people, real, humble, and strong. They won't wear you down. They will make you work. This is your reward for making it through the secret war. Spiritually, you never fought back in the real world. Your soul stayed true to the light. Michael says that because of that, you will now be praised by the ghosts that tried to bury you. Be ready for a strange favor. People who used to avoid you will now call you because they hear your voice. Expect blessings that you can't explain because God is quickly and quietly vindicating you. At times it will seem like you're living a completely different life. That's because you are. You are no longer on the same frequency. That means new rules, new times, and new ways to show grace. Archangel Michael says, do not return to those who only loved your silence. Do not bow to those who once fed on your doubt. Do not pause for those who celebrated your delays. This season is not about proving anything. It's about receiving everything because you have already paid the price in full through tears, through patience, through spiritual obedience. This was never just a battle about people. It was about legacy. It was about whether you would carry your divine inheritance or surrender it to manipulation. You chose correctly, and now even heaven is clapping for your strength. You may hear about their downfall. You may see glimpses of their confusion, but don't rejoice in their failure. Just know justice is complete. The scales have been balanced and your soul has been repositioned at the center of your calling. The energy you used to give them will now fuel your vision. The kindness they abused will now become your magnet for miracles. The love they weaponized will now become your supernatural armor. Expect people to ask how you've changed so quickly. They won't recognize the new piece on you. They won't understand how your eyes carry fire. Now smile gently. Say little and keep rising because you're not in the waiting room anymore. You're in the throne room, and Michael, once weeping for your freedom, now stands guard over your victory. He says to you, now walk forward. You can see the trap behind you. Your spirit is once more in charge. Heaven is looking down. Things are going to change. The fight is over. You have won, beloved one. Allow the truth to sink in deeply. You are not being attacked. You are about to be announced. People who used to trick you can't see in your light. The path you're on is too holy for traitors to walk on. People who lie should not use your holy name in a casual way. Let God finish what He began. Open up the whole new season. Know this, even if 1,000 enemies come together, none of them will win because Michael sealed you and heaven made you whole again. No one can touch you now. It's over for you now. You have been blessed. Archangel Michael says, it is finished and it is just beginning. Though the war has ended, the waves of deliverance are still flowing. What was sent to destroy you only activated the divine protection surrounding your name. Now you are no longer a target. You are a testimony. This is no longer just about survival. It is about significance. The story of how you overcame the invisible attacks will become a blueprint for others walking through silent battles. Your elevation will serve as proof that when heaven speaks, no man can interfere. Michael stands still now, not in mourning, but in awe. He watched your transformation. He watched your spirit begin to recognize what your heart was afraid to see. And now that your spirit has awakened, he no longer needs to weep. His tears have been replaced with angelic rejoicing because the child he defended has finally stood up. You must now get used to a new frequency of life. Doors will open and you won't feel unworthy. Opportunities will rise and you'll stop questioning if you're ready because now you know you were always ready. It wasn't readiness you lacked. It was freedom from the noise sent to delay you. The group of three used noise in your mind, your emotions, your peace. They didn't shout with words. They whispered with energy. They drained you by pretending to be your source. But now you're plugged back into heaven. The cord has been reconnected to truth, not illusion. And the power now flowing through your life is holy, limitless, and irreversible. Everything that felt like confusion was actually divine training. Every betrayal was a setup for your discernment. Every delay was heaven's way of preserving your miracle. And now the miracle is arriving. Your clarity will open new dimensions. Your decisions will be sharper than ever. You will no longer hesitate in moments that used to paralyze you. You will not fumble divine assignments out of fear. You will walk boldly knowing Archangel Michael paved every step. And those who ask how you've grown so fast, they won't understand it was a spiritual eruption, not personal effort. Because when heaven decides to elevate, time becomes irrelevant. In the next few days, expect a moment where everything feels still. Do not panic. Do not confuse it with emptiness. It is sacred stillness, the spiritual echo of all that has been removed. Michael says that in this silence, you will hear heaven more clearly than ever. Ideas will come with divine clarity. Instructions will rise from within you like fire. This is the moment where you build again. But this time, you're building with truth, not survival mode. You're building with wisdom, not trauma response. This is your legacy phase. And those three people who once tried to control the pace of your purpose, they no longer exist in the frequency you now operate in. Let them watch. Let them wonder how they lost access to someone they thought would never see the truth. Let them feel the silence that replaces your presence. It is not vengeance. It is divine withdrawal. God has pulled you out of their grasp with finality. And now they can only observe what heaven will do without their interference. The weight is lifting more every hour. You'll feel it in your laughter returning, in your posture straightening, in the way you breathe with deeper confidence. You are not who you were. That version of you was wrapped in compromise, kindness, and confusion. This version is clarity embodied. You are now walking in what many call the double portion season. Everything lost will be returned, but not as it was. It will be returned upgraded, refined, heaven certified. Relationships will come with alignment. Resources will come with instructions. Elevation will come with peace, not pressure. Because Michael didn't cry for you just to see you busy. He cried for you to be balanced. And now balance will be your birthright. You will not burn out. You will not chase. You will attract by truth and walk by wisdom. Archangel Michael gives you one final instruction. Protect your peace as if it is sacred because it is. Protect your silence as if it is strategy because it is. Protect your discernment as if it is your compass because it is. This is not paranoia. This is divine preservation. You have passed a spiritual level that cannot be reversed. And now you must protect the frequency you've earned. You won't need to block them. You won't need to curse them. Your elevation will silence everything they ever tried to speak over your life. The group of three will fade. Your destiny will rise and heaven will continue to build the future they were never meant to access. So walk now, not with caution, but with certainty. The angels go before you. The gates of light have opened. You are no longer being watched by enemies. You are being celebrated by the divine, and your story is now a weapon in the hands of light. What was once a cry for help is now a bearer of victory. What was once heartbreak is now divine history. And what was once a candle has turned into your awakening. This is your final seal. You are no longer being warned. You are being watched over. Rise. It's already done. Archangel Michael says, you are now walking beneath the open heavens. In the spirit world, the battle is over, but the effects of your breakthrough will still be felt for a while. You chose to listen and open this message, which opened the door to the start of a full divine restoration. Things will now come to you that you didn't even pray for. Things you used to want but forgot about. Heaven has remembered about you. Your tears from behind closed doors have been saved, and now they are being released as gifts in public. They really hurt you. It echoed in rooms where you smiled and tried to stay alive. But Michael saw you, and God heard all of your silent prayers. The reward will now come in waves. Peace that doesn't go away. People who don't betray you, and food that doesn't drain you. There is no longer a spiritual watch over you. People who looked at you, copied you, and planned to hurt you. Not only have they lost physical access, but also spiritual access, legal access for good. You can't get to heaven because God has locked your name up. The seal can't be broken by a spell, rumors, or trickery. This is divine protection for your witness. They can no longer use their plans against you. And every time they try to check on you, a force they can't name will stop them. People will say you've changed, and you'll smile because you know Michael changed everything. No longer do you have to explain things to them. You don't need to answer. Peace has become your sword, and silence has become your answer. Every old wound they made in your spirit is now being stitched up by God. And there will be only strength, beauty, and holy wisdom left. It's not just the surface of this healing. It goes deep inside. Your brain and nerves are resetting. Your thoughts are getting straighter. Their power is no longer a threat to your future. What was late is now being sent. Things that were stolen are being given back. What was poisoned is now being made safe. Archangel Michael says, the next 7 days will feel like you stepped into another world. Synchronicities will confirm what heaven has already declared. Even strangers will sense the glow around you. You'll begin to feel strange moments of joy, random laughter, bursts of energy, deep rest. That is your soul realizing it has been released from spiritual prison. You no longer live in survival mode. From here on, you walk in revelation mode. Things will make sense. God will begin to connect dots for you. He'll show you why the betrayal was allowed, why that relationship fell apart, why you had to walk alone for a season. It was never punishment. It was preparation. Because what's coming is too powerful to be shared with those who pretended to clap while secretly competing with you. Those 3 people are now facing themselves. Everything they sent out has returned to them, multiplied, magnified, exposed. You don't need to witness their collapse. Heaven will handle that. Your job now is to build, grow, rest, expand, to pour into what pours into you, to honor your purpose above your past. Michael has assigned new angels to surround you. Warriors of restoration, acceleration, and divine clarity. Where confusion once lived, now lives prophetic insight. Where fear once ruled, now stands divine boldness. This is no longer the season of hiding your gifts. You've been pulled out of the shadows. You will be seen and protected while seen. People will soon say you're glowing differently. And they won't know it's because you were bathed in fire and didn't burn. They won't realize your glow comes from survival and anointing combined. The ones who underestimated you will now have to watch God place favor on your name. And Michael says they'll remember the day they could have helped you but chose harm instead. Don't harden your heart. Just close the door gently and walk into everything you were delayed from, because heaven is moving quickly now. And you don't want to miss one miracle trying to understand someone who was never sent by God in the first place. Final instructions from Archangel Michael. Don't entertain old messages from them. Don't scroll their names looking for closure. Don't respond to guilt. Respond only to God's direction, not old emotions. Because this version of you has work to do, divine assignments to fulfill, and nothing is allowed to distract you. Now you are covered. You are cleansed. You are crowned. Let the angels go before you. Let the past remain where it belongs. Powerless. And let your name rise in spaces where only light is allowed. This is the true end of what they started. The end of confusion, the end of emotional warfare, the end of spiritual delay, and the beginning of everything heaven has held in reserve just for you. Archangel Michael is no longer crying. He is celebrating, marching, declaring, because the one he cried to save has risen. The gate has closed behind you. Light has opened ahead. This is your divine shift, and it is unstoppable. You are about to enter your divine future. But remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says give and heaven will open over you on this platform. Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.